Okay, welcome back, everybody. You're watching News Channel 3 Live at 9. Time is precious, especially in our very fast-paced world. That's why you need to be able to sell yourself, sell your skills. What can you bring to your company in just 30 seconds or less? Yes, just 30 seconds, Mary Beth.
It's called an elevator speech, and in this economy, even if you have a job, you need one. We all do. Terri Murphy is with the Women's Wisdom Network. You can find that online at womenswisdomnetwork.com. Okay, Terri, what is an elevator speech exactly? 30 seconds or less?
A lot of people have thoughts about this, but basically it's a small infomercial about you that tells you what you do and who you do it for.
Okay.
And the reason the 7 seconds is important is you're at this great networking meeting and you find Mr. Big,
right,
and you're all excited about getting up to him and say, "Hi, I'm Terri Murphy," and he says, "Well, welcome." He said, "Well, what do you do?" And you're like, bleh. So you get into this rambling craziness, and that puts you with everybody else. So the idea is to construct a benefit statement that wants to encourage conversation.
So Terri, is this something that we almost memorize, or are there like bullet points we need to have in mind, or how do we come up with
the
this?
first step for a great elevator speech is to sit down and figure out, what do you do for people? Now, clearly everybody is of some kind of service. If you're a realtor, if you're a financial person, if you sell, you know, Cinnabons, you're still, dealing in a commodity of some kind. So how do you differentiate it? So you write down what you do for people and what makes it a little bit different. And then you come up with this formula that says, so what, so that. I sell real estate, so what? So do 1.4 million other people. So that I can. And for instance, our good friend Monique, I sell real estate so that I can help first-time buyers who have had credit restoration issues get into housing and build wealth.
So you put your niche, but it sounds like you've mentioned benefits. It's a benefit statement.
Right.
It's more about you than it is about me. It's what does your elevator speech need to say? This is what I do, and here's how it can help you.
Actually, you want to be as soft about being what you do as you can.
Okay. How do you?
And so you just say, I deal with helping people build wealth as a certified financial planner so that they can enjoy their. So in other words, it's not about you so much as what do I do for you.
The benefits benefits part
if you
is
want it
much
to be
more
effective.
important.
So Terri, how do I know if it works?
Well, because the person will say, well, tell me more. Because all you want to do is open the door. You just don't want to be niched. You don't want somebody to say, oh, you're a lawyer.
Right.
I do real estate closings. I do probate. You want them to say, well, tell me more about that.
Interesting. Okay. So we have a talk show that shows the uplifting side of Memphis.
Right.
As opposed to we do a talk show. We do
exactly.
TV. Do TV people need an elevator speech? Because the problem is you get in an elevator and most people think they know what you do, so they don't ask you.
Well, that's another problem because niching is such an issue because we have lots of people doing different things, but how do you do it differently? For instance, as a physician, if you're a GP, it's one thing, but if you are a specialist in calcaneus reconstruction, that gives you a special niche.
Okay.
And so instead of saying calcaneus, which means nothing to most people, you can say, I help people who've destroyed the bones in their feet walk again and or, see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So it's more of a benefit, and what you want to do is practice it. You've said it's kind of an evolving thing. The more you use it, the better you get at it. The New York Times had the best one. They said, all the news that's fit to print. It's short, you remember it.
Okay, so that's an elevator speech.
It's pretty much an elevator speech.
Okay, just remember
Short,
so
sweet.
What,
so that.
And the so that part is how
the benefit.
it helps you, the listener. Interesting.
Well, remember, there's so much competition right now, and if you do get a chance to be involved in a networking opportunity or a presentation opportunity, you want to stand out. And the best part of that is getting cards anymore. People are electronic, so that doesn't really work. So how can you maximize this elevator speech? Using it on your email, a tagline, using it on your voicemail. Hi, I'm the New York Times, what's news best, that kind of thing. So that people go, oh, I remember.
Interesting.
So this is really a part of your brand, is it not? You have to brand yourself, and as you were saying earlier, just don't use it when you and I are connecting, but when I'm sending out emails, letters, anything else,
all of your marketing.
Put it right there.
And if you look at Gen X and Gen Y, which we've talked about before on the show, Gen X and Gen Y don't really care what you do, it's just what's in it for me. So what's in it for me helps me. It does tell you what I do so you don't sound like you're working for the CIA or something.
Do we run the risk if everybody has one of these, of everybody appearing to sell something that no matter, even if you're just sending an email, you have a little tagline there,
If you're a trust fund baby and you don't have to sell it, we all are of service to someone.
Selling
and everybody kind of wants to know what you do. They say, well, what do you do? And so you don't want to say, well, I'm a you know, tart maker. You want to say, I make the most incredible pastries for people who are
Make those words stand out.
Right.
And don't forget the "so that" part.
I like that a lot.
We're going to have to get to
Very
work
good
on
advice.
this. Okay.
All right, Terri, thank you.
Women'sWisdomNetwork.com.
Excellent advice. Ready for some food?
Okay, I'm going to practice this. We're going to go to an Italian restaurant that specializes in old world Italian so that you get the very best taste. Yeah?
All right.
Elevator speech for Papa Felix. I'll work on it.